Laughter explodes through Studio 8H, bright, unbothered, loud. Then it stops. Not because a cue light signals it, but because Adam Sandler isn't laughing anymore. Camera 1 catches it first, his jaw stiff, smile gone, eyes locked on Colin Jost, who leans forward at the desk with a grin that doesn't match the mood. The cue cards in his hand tremble slightly, not from fear, but excitement. This was planned. The narrator cuts in, low and sharp. What happens when a joke stops being a joke, while millions are still watching? The band fades under the tension. A spotlight bleeds over Sandler's shoulders, washing his face in pale light. His fingers tap against the mic stand, once, twice, controlled. The giant screen behind them flashes clips from his old SNL sketches: Opera Man, Canteen Boy, the Hanukkah song. The audience claps, thinking it's tribute, but something's off. Colin doesn't clap. Instead, he smirks and says, "Too casual, too smooth." Crazy how you built a whole career playing the same guy in every movie. Must be nice to get paid for not evolving. A few audience members laugh. Then more. Then less. The air thins. Sandler doesn't blink. His voice is low, but sharp enough to cut. "You sure you want to do this, live?" Colin holds the smile, but his eyes tighten. Somewhere off stage, a producer whispers, "Stay on him, don't cut." This is gold. The camera pushes in. You can hear someone in the crowd whisper, "Is this real?" The audience shifts from laughter to silence. The eruption hasn't happened yet. But everyone in the room feels it coming. Keep watching, because what Adam Sandler does next, nobody at SNL was ready for. The studio lights settle into their familiar amber glow, but the air feels colder now. You can almost hear the cameras breathing, 3 of them, red tally lights burning, all aimed at the same tension point. Sandler on his stool, Colin standing over him like a referee who's already chosen a winner. The SNL set is dressed like nostalgia: brick archways, brass railings, the iconic band tucked to stage left with horns glinting under blue gels. But the staging tonight tells a different story, one only the cameras truly see. Adam Sandler isn't behind the Weekend Update desk. He's been seated on a single stool, slightly lower than Colin. That subtle height difference? It wasn't random. It was blocking, planned. Someone wanted Sandler to look like the past, and Jost to look like the future. Colin lifts another card from the stack, white, crisp, prepped to cut. Adam Sandler. The legend. The man who taught us that yelling in a funny voice is a career path. Scattered laughter. Not applause. Laughter. Adam smirks, but his foot taps once against the base of the stool. Hard. From the control room, producers huddle behind a wall of monitors. Camera 3 on Sandler's reaction. Stay tight. If he snaps, we own the internet tomorrow, a voice cracks through the headset. Another producer hesitates. We sure we want to push this far? No resets, the director replies. We're live. Let it burn. Colin tosses the card casually onto the desk, relaxing into the chair like he's hosting a roast. You know, Adam, people say you're the king of SNL. But kings retire or get replaced. A murmur rolls through the studio audience, half laugh, half wince. Sandler doesn't move. But his eyes lift toward camera 2, as if to say, "You recording this? Good." The audience is no longer breathing freely, they're waiting. Waiting for someone to break. Don't blink. The smiles won't last long. The laughter returns, shorter now, unsure, like people clapping in church when they're not sure if they're supposed to. The giant monitor behind them flickers to life again, rolling through a montage of Sandler's earliest skits. The crowd cheers instinctively, until the title at the bottom corner appears. Adam Sandler, The Forgettable Era. A few gasps. A couple laughs, nervous, sharp. Adam blinks once. His smile doesn't fall, but it stops being real. Colin taps the screen with his cue card. Classic stuff. Back when you were, well, relevant. A laugh from somewhere in the back row dies halfway out of someone's throat. Sandler keeps his voice steady. You write that one too, Colin, or your writers finally got brave? Colin smirks, shrugging. Hey, it's a tribute. We're honoring your persistence. Not everyone can make the same movie 12 times. The audience cracks up, then quiets just as quickly when Sandler doesn't join them. His fingers tighten around the mic, knuckles pale. Cut, control room. Is he mad? Good. Stay on him. Push in tighter. Back on stage, Colin lifts another card. You know, my generation grew up on your movies, mostly because our parents left the DVDs in the car. Comfort movies. Not good, but safe. A few audience members shift uncomfortably. Cecily Strong stares at the floor. Kenan Thompson exhales through his nose, muttering, "Oh, hell no." Sandler's voice drops low. Careful, Colin. Colin keeps going. I'm just saying, some of us try to evolve. Others just cash Netflix checks and play man-children in basketball shorts. That one lands like a slap. No laughter this time. Just silence. Sandler looks at him, really looks at him. A muscle jumps in his jaw. You done? Colin smiles wider. Almost. He steps closer. Or are we not supposed to joke about your career, because it used to matter? Audience dead silent now. Somewhere, someone whispers, "Yo." Sandler turns his head slightly. His eyes glance at camera one. Not angry. Deciding. The narrator's voice slides in, this wasn't roasting anymore. This was disrespect dressed as comedy. And something in the room snapped. Adam leans forward, voice quiet but sharp as glass. You got one more try, kid. Colin grins. Oh. I'll take it. And that's when everything stops being a joke. The air in Studio 8H turns heavier, thick, electric. Nobody laughs now. Even the band has stopped fidgeting with instruments. Colin steps forward, card in hand, the one he's been saving. He lifts it. Reads it slow. Dear Adam, thank you for proving anyone can stay famous long after they stop being funny. A couple of awkward laughs. Mostly silence. Adam doesn't laugh. He sets the mic down on his knee. You write that for me, he says quietly, or for the mirror? Ooh-hoo. The entire crowd reacts like a single heartbeat. The bandleader lowers his drumsticks. Colin smiles like it's all under control. Relax, man. It's all love. Love? Adam repeats, his voice rougher now. This is love? Colin spreads his arms. Come on, these people adore you. We're just having fun with your simpler films. Adam leans in. You mean the ones people actually watched? That stings. Colin keeps smiling, but his shoulders tense. He presses on. Look, nostalgia is cute. But at some point, don't you want to make something grown up? Adam stands from the stool. Now they're eye level. You think grown up means smug and empty? Colin chuckles. No. Grown up means evolving. You've been playing the same guy since 1995. Yelling in funny voices, eating pickles off the floor. Adam cuts in. And you've been reading jokes someone else wrote while pretending you're brave. Oh. The crowd reacts again louder. A few cheers. A whistle. Colin steps closer, voice tightening. People laugh at me because I'm current. They laugh at you because you're easy. Adam's jaw works. People laugh at me because I showed up when life was hard for them. Colin fires back. Or because your audience stopped expecting better. Adam freezes. For a moment, it looks like he might walk away right then. But he doesn't. He steps even closer. The microphones catch only their voices now. Round 1 is over. Round 2 begins. Colin, you're clinging to the 90s. Adam, I'm honoring the people who grew up with me. Colin, lowbrow humor for lowbrow minds. Adam, those lowbrow minds are nurses, truck drivers, kids with divorced parents. They needed laughter. Where were you? The audience murmurs, this time with Sandler. Colin's face hardens. Then he goes for blood. Maybe, Colin says, voice quieter, you just don't do anything else, because you can't. Silence. No sound. No movement. Even the cameras seem to hold their breath. Adam doesn't respond right away. He just looks at Colin long, heavy, unblinking. 5 seconds of pure, loaded silence. Then Adam speaks. Not loud. But lethal. I don't confuse cool with kind, Colin. You do. Gasps. Someone in the audience whispers, holy. Colin swallows. His smirk cracks just slightly. Control room, do we cut to commercial? No. We keep rolling. This is history. A tension you can taste fills the air. And the next moment? That's when Adam Sandler finally erupts. This is the eruption. No more holding back. Colin reaches for the next card, but his hands aren't steady anymore. He tries to smile. Okay, final one. Let's finish this tribute the fun way. Adam steps forward before he can finish. You still reading from cards? His voice is louder now, chest rising. Or you got anything real to say? The audience freezes. Colin tries to laugh it off, but it's thin. It's a comedy show, Adam. Relax. Adam doesn't. He snatches the card right out of Colin's hands. Silence explodes louder than any laugh all night. Adam looks down at the card. Then rip. Slow. Clean. Right in front of Colin's face. The pieces flutter to the floor like white ash. You don't get to call it respect, Adam says, voice shaking with fury, when you tear someone down just so your clip goes viral. The band doesn't move. The entire room leans in. Colin's jaw tightens. Hey, man. No, Adam says, louder now. You wanted a moment? Here. He steps to the edge of the stage, right up to camera one. His voice doesn't crack. It roars. To anyone who ever laughed with me on your couch, with your dad, in the middle of a crappy day, you're the reason I'm still here. Not him. Not this show. You. The audience doesn't wait. They stand. Applause doesn't start, it erupts. Whistles. Cheers. A chant building from the back rows, Sandler. Sandler. Colin tries one more time. Adam, come on, it's all. Adam turns, eyes blazing. Try writing a joke that doesn't need someone else's dignity to land. The studio goes nuclear. Even the camera operators forget to move. Adam places the mic back on the stool, not dropped, not thrown. Placed. Like a final period. Then he walks. Not stumbling. Not shaking. Just leaving like a man who decides the show is over. The director panics. Cut to commercial, cut. Too late. Camera 2 catches at Adam Sandler disappearing into the shadows of stage left. The audience is still chanting his name. Colin stands frozen, card shreds at his feet, smile gone. Screen black. 1 second. 2. Then an ad roll slams on screen like nothing happened. But everyone watching knows everything just changed. Backstage is chaos. Doors swing. Headsets crackle. Assistants sprint between hallways clutching tablets and coffee cups that are no longer steady in their hands. Did we just air that? It was live. There's no delay. Legal wants to know, do we cut the rerun? No. We clip it. It's already viral. Look, Twitter's melting. Phones light up across the hallway like fireworks, screens flashing. Hashtag Team Sandler, hashtag Jost crossed the line, he tore the card on live TV, this is why comedy's broken. Inside Colin Jost's dressing room, the laughter from the audience is still echoing faintly through the walls. He sits in front of the mirror, makeup lights too bright, jaw clenched. His smile is gone. A stagehand pokes her head in. Colin, producers want you to do damage control during the next segment. He doesn't answer. Just stares at his reflection. The guy who writes the jokes, but now he's the punchline. Down the hall, someone knocks softly on Adam's dressing room door. Adam? NBC reps want to talk, it opens slightly. His voice from inside. Not tonight. He doesn't yell. He doesn't cry. He's just silent, packing his bag. Old script pages. A worn-out guitar strap. A photo from 1994 with Farley, Spade, Rock. Simpler times. On social media, clips of his mic drop moment loop non-stop. Former castmates reposted with hearts and fist bump emojis. Critics call it the night comedy ate itself. Podcasters go live, was he right? Or thin-skinned? And the audience? They're not neutral. Comments flood in. He defended all of us who actually needed his movies. Comedy isn't cruelty. Respect to Sandler. Nah, if you can't take a joke, don't come back to SNL. Outside the studio, fans gather near the exit door hoping he'll come out. He doesn't. He leaves quietly through a side entrance. Cap pulled low. Back turned to the lights. The internet keeps burning. The stage is silent now. But the world is still arguing. Studio 8H is empty now. The lights are dimmed, seats half-shadowed. The microphone still sits on that lonely stool exactly where Adam placed it. Beside it, a torn cue card lies crumpled on the floor, catching a sliver of stage light. No applause. No music. Just silence. The narrator steps back in, not loud, just steady. Comedy survives on two things: courage and compassion. Lose either, and all you have left is noise. The camera drifts across the stage, past the desk where Colin stood, past the spot where Adam walked away. This place built legends. It also broke them. Tonight, it did both. Adam didn't walk out because of a joke. He walked because the joke stopped being about laughter and became about humiliation. There's a difference. One heals. The other cuts. Outside, the world is split, some calling him soft, others calling him brave. But one truth remains. Respect isn't a punchline. The narrator slows, voice softer now. Maybe the real question isn't whether Adam overreacted. Maybe it's this: when did making someone small start being called entertainment? The screen shows the empty crowd seats, camera cranes frozen in place, red tally lights finally gone dark. He didn't drop the mic to win. He placed it down to end it. And in that silence, something lingers, not anger, not humiliation, but dignity. A beat. Then the final narration, facing the viewers directly. So, what do you think? Was this pride or principle? Was this a meltdown or a man drawing a line? Because now, it's your turn to answer. If this moment hit you, drop your thoughts below. Like, comment, and subscribe for more stories where truth hits harder than the jokes.